Hello friends, my name is Kira Snow and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be going over the highlights and the low points of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 7 All Winners Season Episode 3. Alright, so this week we are throwing a ball, darling, and it is going to be the queens have to make 3 different looks, or they have to present 3 different looks, one of which they definitely have to make. So for the ball, what the queens have to do is spin a wheel, and they can either firstly win money or land on the color which they have to choose to do their look. And I thought this was a pretty cool idea. It's like totally up to chance which color you get, and you better get a flattering color that looks decent on you, or else it's gonna be like horrible. I know I would not have been thrilled about this challenge because there are certain colors that just never look good on me. One of which is yellow, and there's another color, I just forget what it is, but yellow for sure, I've never been able to make it work, like never. So that's not a color that I would want. Alright, and then we see the queens in the workroom, like some of them struggling, namely Jinx. Interestingly, it seems like Monet has a decent ability to construct a garment, which I was not expecting. And I also found it interesting that Shay was kind of struggling a little bit just to get a concept down, but after she finally decided on one, then she was able to produce something pretty good. So let's get into the looks. The theme is also Vanna White realness. So for the first Vanna White looks, let's get into those. So what I have written for Jinx is that hers was pretty good. I agree with the notion that Jinx was kind of giving like Morticia from Addams Family more so than Vanna White. I found that to be very true, but you know, it works. It's okay. I could have done without like the exaggerated sleeves. That's not exactly a Vanna White thing. I don't think so. But it was okay. It was an okay look. Shay's, let's see. I don't even remember Shay's, so I guess it wasn't very memorable, sadly. Okay, next, Monet. I remember she had the high slit, so I think that was good. Because even though it's Vanna White, they still kind of want to see the essence of you, and Monet has a history of just having a large, she's packing, so I mean, that kind of works. Because the rest of the look of it looked very clean and Vanna White-ish. So I think just the slit just gave something for people to like remember and be like, oh, that's Monet. So that was good. Jada, I do think Jada's was pretty good. It was definitely giving Vanna White, like that's the type of dress that Vanna White would wear. Raja's was really good. She seemed like she was giving Vanna White from back in the day, and that was really cool to see. The only thing I would say is like the sleeves didn't go all the way. Like it seemed like the sleeve fell like just a little bit short, so that was just a little nitpicky for me, but I kind of noticed it, and it would have been just fabulous if it went all the way down. But it's hard to be so nitpicky. So, because I really love the purple on her too. So Evie's, unfortunately, was not Vanna at all. I mean, she looked good, but it was definitely not Vanna. And then for Vivian, hers was a pretty good look. That was a beautiful dress. And it was the type of dress that Vanna White might have worn probably. But I do think the hair should have been different. Like the hair was not working with the look. It wasn't good. All right, and then for Trinity, I have written great green. Oh, great, but the green earring is distracting. That's what I remember. She had a really good look, and I like how she acted with the Vanna White isms. So did Jada, which made it just feel the full fantasy. And it's kind of risky to do on the runway because you're like, oh, is this coming across as hokey pokey? But in this one, for this theme, it made sense. So for the queens that did do it, I thought that was really, really smart. And Trinity's look was good, but the green earrings just seemed to not go with it. I was just like, get a different earring, don't do that one. It wasn't doing the whole look any favors, in my opinion. And then the next category was before and after. So I kind of didn't 100% understand this category, but we're going to go through it anyway. So for Jada's, I have written that it was good. Hers was Bag Lady in red, and I thought she did an amazing job with that. Stunning look. She played it off well, and it was a really good idea, a clever idea, I will say. Alright, and then Evie's was good. She did Cardi B, Anthony, and yeah, I don't know who the second person is. Sorry. But that was a really nice look. The transformation was really night and day, so I really liked that. And then Vivian's was not the best. I just felt like her Diana was okay, but the ascot flying in the wind, it didn't look realistic enough. I did like the outfit as a whole. It was okay except for at the bottom, the pant, it was the fabric just looked messy, so it wasn't as good as polished as I thought it could be. The concept she might have been able to pull off if she just had a cleaner garment, but it wasn't that great, to be honest. Trinity's I really liked. I think RuPaul's Charles II. It was kind of weird because it's a reference that not a lot of people would get, but I paid a lot of attention in history class, so I do remember a Charles being in there. Charles II, a lot of history of England stuff. So I thought that was cool. I was into it. The rope on the back looked like it could have been connected to the garment a little better, but all in all, I really liked the big poofy skirt, and then the knickers, that was super cute, and then it was just a really fun reference, so that was nice. Okay, next we have the looks they made, and it is Wheel of Fortune extravaganza. They had to make this specific color story work in their favor. For the Realness of Fortune extravaganza, we have Jinx coming out in the purple look. For somebody who was struggling a lot and not knowing how to sew much, well, she did get some help from Trinity, but the garment is not bad at all. It's fairly decent. I don't really know what's hiding under certain areas, so I don't know how high quality it is. But from what we were able to see, it was pretty good. I think she didn't really need to have as many of the purple little leaves on her left shoulder. That kind of made it look too costumey. I liked the patch of purple leaves on her right shoulder. That was very classy. The other ones, they just, it's like they were ill placed, and the number of them wasn't always the best. Should have been fewer of them, let's say. we'll say. And her braiding was cute. Like, I liked the braiding, so I liked that she was smart in that she did a few things that she knew she could do well. I thought it was really sad when part of the episode, she was like, I hate my dress. And so I could see her getting very like stressed out and discouraged. So it was really admirable. She was able to crank something out, even though she did get quite a bit of help from who seems to be the master seamstress, Trinity, coming out of nowhere. Like, I had no idea she was so talented at sewing. Like, that's literally insane. Okay, but we'll get to Trinity later. So next was Shay's. Hers was good. I thought her makeup choice was a little questionable with the little dots. Like, that's a cool idea, but not for the looks that she did. Her makeup didn't completely match her looks, in my opinion, for this week episode. So next we had Monet. She was really good. The drapery on the chest region could have been better, but the whole look was really great. You know, it was shiny. She was like showing off her assets, and the garment fit her in a very flattering way. So that was really important. For Jada, I was really impressed. She's one of also the great seamstresses. The brown, I wasn't really crazy about. I could do without it. The little brown areas, like stripe. I don't know. It was a little weird. I guess it kind of gave a volcanic vibe. I think one of the guest judges said, which I could see, but maybe there should have been some texture to it, like some black spattering or like speckling to make it like even more, like even better. But I mean, given the amount of time she had, like, she did really well. I was very impressed. And then the person who kind of stole the show for this was Raja. Her look, as soon as she came out, I was like, gasp. Like, and it was kind of crazy how during the process she was like, like she was just kind of like she made something like the little poof, the golden poof, and then she was just like thinking, and then she all of a sudden came up with this big, you know, poofy thing that it just looked absolutely fabulous. She got a lot of volume. I don't know how people get that much volume from just like simple materials. It blows my mind. So Raja was like the winning look of the night. Like, that was the best look on the entire like challenge. And then let's see, next we have Vivian. I was impressed that she was able to make that. Like, it is a simple gown, but it's simple and done well. So that makes people feel like, I don't know, it's just something nice to appreciate, something that is simple but done well. So, I mean, she could have like done just a little bit more. It was a little basic, but I'm not mad at it because it was just, she lucked out, I guess, getting a really nice color. I don't know, that looked well on her. So, well, she's lucky that some of these queens are lucky that nobody gets sent home, because, you know, some of these lackluster looks, like on a normal season, you could be like sweating a little, might be sent home. So that's, I mean, it's all winter season, so that's how they're doing the judging. But next we have Trinity. Trinity's look was amazing. I feel like she doesn't broadcast the fact that she's an amazing sewer, but she definitely is. I thought it was funny when RuPaul was like, so how'd you do that? And then Trinity was like, there was some math involved. Like, I don't know which math, but there was some math. So I thought that was really funny. Monet plus Trinity equals like great comedy and TV. Like, I don't know, they're just really fun together on this. They're just so fun to watch. And they make so many great jokes. It gives me life. All right. So the only, I guess, a few things for Trinity was like, obviously I didn't really like there was like this necklace in the front. It was like too much. It was preventing us from like seeing like just how beautiful the actual garment was. So the styling was a bit much. And I mean, everything she wore was red, which was, you know, her color that she was supposed to do. But when there's too much red, it's just like it all gets lost, you know? She just looks like a big crayon. But you know, in this look it wasn't so bad, but it would have been nice to mix a little bit of black in there. Like if she had like black lace on her little glasses things, then it would have just probably looked a little bit more like the contrast would have elevated the whole look. So, but you know, she still did absolutely amazing. Her look was one of the tops too as well. So all in all, the strong performers of the week were Monet, Jada, Raja, and Trinity. So I think they did technically get the top two right, which were Trinity and Jada. And who ends up winning the lip sync? Jada. Jada did an amazing job. I agree that Jada was the winner because she did do a pretty fabulous job. So that's it for this week. Make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Here are my socials. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and check out my other videos that I'll have linked at the end. And stay tuned for next weekend when I will post my reaction to episode 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race All Winners Season All Star 7. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!